As voted by you, it's now time to do a tier list of Premier League third kits, and objectively accurate, 100% accurate. There's no subjectivity here. I am fashion personified in human form, and it's now time to rank all Premier League third kits. These are the tiers that we're working with. At the bottom, third kit, more like the turd kit. You get it? Low sales, say no more. Acceptable, but forgettable. Middle of the road. It should be the first kit because it's so nice. Take my money, damn it, because this kit is glorious and I just want to sleep in it forever like a little football urchin. Please make sure to leave a like on the video for the YouTube algorithm so more people get to see this video and my channel generally. And if you are new here, do make sure to subscribe if you like the idea of relatively high quality regular football videos. We're going to be doing this alphabetically and we're going to start with Arsenal. Now, I really like this sort of zigzag design that's going on with the Arsenal kit. I love how the Adidas is red to match the Arsenal badge itself. It's crazy, it's wacky, it's out there, it works. I love the colour scheme. I might be tempted to move it up into Take My Money later on. For now, I'm going to place it in should be the first kit, but I can move it as we progress through the tier list. And it's probably my favourite, in fact, it is definitely my favourite Arsenal kit. So it makes sense that it goes in the should be the first kit tier. We'll see if we can up the ranking as we go on. We move on now to Aston Villa, and it is quite a nice design. It's muted, chilled out colour scheme, dark blue, almost black, you'd say very, very, very dark blue, contrasting with the white for Aston Villa, but it's not inspired. It's got the Kazoo logo. I'm not a fan of the Kazoo logo. It's fine, maybe being harsh, maybe it could go into should be the first kit, but I think based on the other kits that are on this list, I think it is acceptable but forgettable, and in fact, I'm already wanting to move on to Brentford because I've already forgotten about the Aston Villa kit. Aston Villa not had the best time with kits for me this season. And speaking of teams that haven't had the best kits, it's Brentford. Brentford's home kit was very uninspiring. The away kit was even worse. I think the third kit is fine. I think it's fine. It's bordering on low sales. It's certainly worse than the Aston Villa kit. Hollywood bets, really questionable sponsors with both Aston Villa and Brentford, with the bizarre warped star going on, although I do like the different colour badge for the Brentford Bees. Brighton have let me down because I loved the home kit. The away kit was sort of meh, and the third kit, I just think it looks a bit grim in terms of the yellow. It's fine. No, it's not fine. It's low sales. It's not fine. It's not. I'm being too lax with this. It isn't fine, and it isn't okay to produce a kit like this. Okay, it's not that bad. I just don't like it. End of. I don't like it. We move on. We move on. Because next up is Burnley. Now, very interesting one. I really like this one. I love the way that the badge has changed colours to match the more muted style of the third kit. It's gone all gold. Looks very, very classic. Like the sort of red stripe going on as well. Sponsor isn't the best. It isn't the worst. I think it's at least unacceptable but forgettable. I think it actually might be. In fact, I'm going to decide now. I'm going to move Arsenal's up to Take My Money, and I think this should be the first kit for Burnley. I think it's a really nice colour scheme. It's very clean, and the gold tinges in the kit just really speak to me. They really speak to me because I am a gold digger. Chelsea is the infamous chant, which is probably one of the most boring chants in the history of football. Do Chelsea have some of the most boring chants in the history of football? Let me know, I'm pretty sure they do. The home kit certainly wasn't uninteresting. It was very wacky and I liked it. The away kit was fine. I really like this third kit though. I think for me, this is probably my favourite Chelsea kit, and I am going to pop it into should be the first kit. I don't really know what's going on with the colour scheme, but I like it either way. I've spoken before how I like the 3 logo. It's transparent. It shows off the actual colour of the kit. The little orange elements, they shouldn't work with the dark blue and then the lighter blue going on, and yet they do because of this sort of crazy design. Some of them are triangles, some it looks like it's sort of half abstract art, and I love a bit of abstract art. I don't think it quite eclipses the Arsenal shirt, but it is definitely up there, and for me that's actually probably my favourite Chelsea kit. So well done in terms of the third kit. What I do like about third kits is when they push the boat out a little bit more, because they know they can probably get away with a little bit more, because in general you don't tend to weigh third kit as much as let's have a crazy design sort of thing. This is why I think it's unacceptable when the likes of Brighton and Brentford produce meh kits like that. Crystal Palace is next, and their home kit was glorious. And this kit is nice, but it's not topping the home kit. It's much better than the away kit. So this probably should have been the away kit, maybe the yellow on the third kit. It's a dual coloured design with the sky blue and the white split in the middle. Sponsor isn't the best, but at the same time, it's not too jarring in terms of the design. I think it works well. I also like how the colour contrasts between the torso area and the sleeves, which I've only just realised now. So on the right, it's a light blue sleeve matching a white torso tit area, and on the other side, it's vice versa. I quite like that. I think it's going to be there, potentially. I don't think it's quite nice enough to get into should be the first kit, but it is definitely nice. It's definitely better than Villa's and Brentford's and Brighton's. I don't think it's quite up there with Burnley, Chelsea, but I'm willing to move on that as we progress through the list. Everton's next. We just spoke of progression. Well, I think this is a case of regression. The home kit for Everton, I wasn't a huge fan of. The away kit, I did like quite a lot. The black with the red sash, that's a nice away kit. They've taken one step forward, two steps back, really. I don't think this is the best kit. I actually think I prefer it even less than the Brentford kit. There is more going on with the Everton kit. You could say maybe there's not enough going on with the Brentford kit compared to Everton. The kazoo isn't helping it. This looks like a tyre. Genuinely, it looks like someone has driven over Tom Davies's chest area. I don't really know what's going on with that sort of warning sign tyre situation. I like what they've done with the badge though. In fairness, I do like how they've... A lot of these kits, actually, I've noticed, they do tend to change the badge much more frequently with the third kit than an away kit. So I can appreciate that flexibility in terms of your colour scheme for the sake of art. But at the same time, I don't think it salvages it. I don't know what's going on here either with these sort of, again, danger zone signs. If it wasn't a football shirt, then I would be comfortable with wearing this, I think. I think this should be in this tier. This is the Leeds United third kit. Purple is one of my favourite colours. This actually isn't my favourite tone of purple, but it is very nice. Purple and white go together very nicely. I just think it's nice. It's certainly better than any of the kits in there. I don't think it's better than the Burnley one, but it's certainly in the same tier, and I really like the Leeds kit. And I think Leeds overall may be one of the strongest kits this year, because the home kit was nice and clean, away kit's lovely and gorgeous, and even this purple kit's really nice as well. So Leeds potentially overall may have the best kits in the Premier League. I spoke before about how Everton took one step forward and two steps back. What Leicester did with their home kit was unreal. In my home kit ranking, that was right at the top by some distance. Loved it. Gorgeous abstract design, nice and clean with the gold little tints as well. Perfect. Away kit was trash. The third kit, I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what they were thinking. I'm a fan of pink. Pink is one of my favourite colours. The background is pink today. This pink is hideous. And this pink with the grey and the black going on just doesn't work. Looks like it's got black duct tape on the sleeves. The pink from this image that I'm looking at least on my screen, I can barely even make out the Leicester logo. The exposure of the pink is so high on the Leicester badge that I just can't even make it out. We can talk about the pink stripes, but the fact that the stripes start there, which is bad enough, but then they sort of come down partway down the collar as well, as if it's sort of melting. So like this ooze of pink sludge coming down the front of the shirt. Just not about that. And I do think that Leicester have let me down. And actually, no, I am going to take that back, because I do think it will go into third kit more like third kit, because that's really offended my eyes, in all honesty. Now, this is what I like to call a Ronald McDonald kit. I think this is truly horrendous. I don't know what it's supposed to be. It really reminds me of McDonald's. They're sort of trying to go for the Croatia style with the checkerboards, and that Croatia home kit is one of my favourite styles with the checkerboards. This is not it. Ronald McDonald. Do I need to say any more? If the first thing that I think about when I see your kit is Ronald McDonald, then you've done something wrong. I think this offends me more than the Leicester kit, you know. So I've got to put it there. If you want to do a yellow kit, you've got to get it right, because yellow is, I feel like yellow is a very bold colour on a kit. You've got to get it spot on, and this is, they've not. There is no spot. There is no spot. There's a load of mismatched squares. And I think if you were going to use a checkerboard design, I'm not sure red and yellow are the colours you go for. I don't know what colours you might go for instead. Red and white, Croatia have proven that works. I think it also doesn't help that it's sort of like a half-arsed checkerboard. It's like they couldn't even go all in. Unlike the Chelsea home kit, which goes in with its mental design. So it's like, you've got to admire how mental it is. They've sort of half-arsed the checkerboard. It's only on the collar. It's only on the sleeves. The rest of it is just this green yellow. It just looks off, and I don't like it. But speaking of off, this... Oh, when I first saw this, I assumed it was a parody. I assumed it was a joke. Because this, I think, is the worst thing I've ever seen with my eyes. And I've seen your mother naked. This is vile. And the fact that Puma have tried to pull this with all the other people they sponsor, or a lot of the other people they sponsor as well. I can't remember which club it was, but there was a player in the Italian league, I think, like he scored a goal and he went to kiss the badge. But because there's no actual badging, like there's imprints of badges on it, he was like jokingly going, oh, where do I go? Where do I go? This is not a football kit. This is, or rather, it's not a football playing kit. This is a training kit. When it was first leaked or whatever, I first saw it, I assumed it was a training kit. I was like, I mean, it's pretty grim, but as a training kit, it doesn't really matter, it's fine. Or it looks like some sort of official Man City pyjamas. This upsets me in a way that I never thought a football kit / shirt would ever be able to make me feel. And yet here we are. What a wonderful world of chaos we all live in. I shouldn't even really have to go into detail about why this is bad. Everyone watching this video should surely comprehend that this is truly horrendous. If anyone wants to make an argument in the comments for why you like this kit, please let me know. Sometimes revolution and change in fashion and football kit design is good. Sometimes it's bad. This is horrendous. This was an experiment that failed. And I know why they did it. I think firstly, laziness. Because they just copied and pasted this exact design to loads of other Puma sponsored shirts. The reason why they did it was to evoke a reaction. What I'm doing right now, I think, is what they wanted. Because when this first came out, however long ago it was, a couple months ago, whenever, everyone was talking about it. As far as I could tell, everyone was talking about it. For the wrong reasons, everyone was saying this is rubbish, but they won't care about that because in some cases, any publicity is good publicity. Got everyone talking about Puma, everyone talking about the kits. Spotlight was on them. This was a publicity stunt. Anyway, I truly, truly hate it. Manchester United's kit is next, their third kit. Their home kit is my third favourite. It's one of my favourites. I love that. Team view, I'll never be a fan of, but I do like it. The away kit, again, I do like it, and I think it's a very nice kit. Could have been slightly better, had a lot more potential than the reality, but I do think it's a really nice kit. I don't think that I like the third kit. I don't like the choice of the yellow or the gold colour that they've gone for it. I just don't think it really works. The fact that the Adidas has got the Adidas text in yellow, but then the badge itself is blue, that for me is a bit of an over design. I think they should have done one or the other. For me, that's low sales, really. I think there's slightly more going on between that and the Everton one, but I don't think I can put it in acceptable because I just don't think that is acceptable. If someone presented that to me and I gave them the brief of make us a commendable, rememberable third kit for the right reasons. Make it lovely, make it nice. I would send them away with a flea in their ear because this ain't it. No. Low sales. I would be staggered if anyone chose to pick this kit over the home or the away one. If anyone has, fair play to you. But I personally think that would be the wrong choice. That'd be the wrong choice. Both the home kit and the away kit are much nicer than this one. And Newcastle have had an up and down time in terms of their kits. The home one was, I believe I ranked it as the worst. The away one of the best. So what did they do with the third one? They took a middle ground approach, and it is acceptable, but it is quite forgettable. Very muted styles. I hate the middle sponsor. I hate the actual kit sponsor itself. The standard line design going on almost looks like grids. It's fine, but that's all it is. Norwich home kit, one of my favourites. Away kit, one of my favourites. Lovely. I think this is the weakest one. I just don't think the colour scheme generally works. Acceptable. I think it's bordering on low sales. I think it's acceptable, but I do think it's a little bit forgettable, especially when we compare it to the glorious home and away kits. Similar story, Southampton, they've had a mixed bag so far. Home kit was nice, away kit was grim. Now the third kit, I think, should be the first kit. I love the red and the black colour contrast. I don't actually know what the main design is. It's sort of been blended onto the shirt, but I do like it. It almost looks like sort of chains. The big collar, which was one of my issues with the other two kits, you can't really see because it's black, just blended in with the overall black colour of the Southampton shirt. It's just a 2-colour kit, and I quite like the simplicity. I think it's a nice clean kit, and I think it should be the first kit. Spurs are going for a sort of purple white design. I mean, forgettable's not the right word because it's quite out there, and it's quite, I do admire what they've tried to go for, but I don't think it's good enough. I mean, it should be the first kit because the first kit's trash. I think lower end, I've changed my mind there, but it is bordering on acceptable, but it's the lower end, so I'm happy with that. And I'll tell you where I also changed my mind, because I've just looked at the Watford kit. I think I love it. Simplicity is what I like sometimes. I'm a very simple man. A little bit sus on the paw print on the shoulders and on the kit. Just having a debate. Do I prefer the Watford one or the Chelsea one? Change your mind again. We're going to do that. Chelsea one gets upped. Watford goes down, but it is very close to being in Take My Money. Very close, because that's a solid effort. And speaking of solid efforts, West Ham have not had those yet. They tried to make a football kit twice. The first attempt, the home kit, that's like a tennis instructor's kit. It's like a sports leisure kit. No. The away kit, second chance. You made pyjamas, sleepwear. The third kit is your best kit. It's very much acceptable, but forgettable. I think it goes there because I do like the muted colours, but it is almost too muted, and I don't think it deserves to go definitely no higher than the Newcastle kit, for example. And I think the middle of the road is about fine for that one. And the final one we've got to look at is Wolves, and this is very standard. I think Wolves have had a really disappointing year in terms of kits. It's white, it's orange, it's the awful McDonald's Chinese ball thing, it's the really weird sponsor, both in terms of the kit sponsor and the main sponsor itself. And I think that's going to have low sales, and I think I'm going to pop it in there, just underneath the Everton kit. And that is my objectively correct tier list for the Premier League third kits. Let me know which of these is your favourite kit. Let me know which of these is your least favourite kit and why it's the Man City kit. Finally, let me know which of these you absolutely disagree with, if there is one. So out of these kits, which is the one you truly disagree with in terms of my ranking? For example, do you think the Leeds kit is absolutely dire? Are you a huge fan of Brighton's vomit yellow kit? You think it should go and Take My Money? Do you think I've been too harsh on Manchester United? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Make sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, because I'll say it again, that really helps me out in terms of the algorithm. It pushes these videos out to other people. And next, I'm going to be working on the other videos you guys voted for under the community tab. Eat, yeet, skeet, delete. Have a lovely day, guys. I'll see you next time.